Welcome to my channel. This is Laurie, the Real Life's Answers. How are we all doing this Saturday evening? Saturday, April 12th, right? Yeah, okay. Well, for those who don't know me, I am an Awakened Starseed Light Worker, Transmutational Healer for Prime Creator. And tonight, we have the topic of soul contracts. And we're going to do a live oracle reading on that. But we're just going to talk about a little bit about what soul contracts are and go from there. Anyway, so soul contracts are designed for you to facilitate your spiritual growth. Okay? Everything about those contracts is about evolution. Okay? And we make these soul contracts with our guides and angels for our spiritual evolution before we come into incarnation, okay? So every lifetime that we've had, we're going to go back and we're going to look at that lifetime and we're going to see what we missed and what we didn't miss, what we learned and what we didn't learn. And then we're going to make those soul contracts again when we come back into physical form, okay? So the decisions will be made from this lifetime, last lifetime, so it accumulates if we don't get things done that we really wanted to get done. So there's four main contracts, okay? And these four main contracts are soul ties, okay? Karmic contracts, woo, and soulmate contracts. And there is twin flame contracts. There's many more, but these are four basic ones that people really pay attention to. Now, a soul tie is something that your soul is tied to. You feel it's tied to until you get it finished. And that soul tie could be in a karmic relationship, okay? So it's something that you owe karmically to. And I don't want people to get crazy about the word karma, right? It doesn't mean good, bad, ugly, right, wrong. That is all duality thinking, okay? We've got to get past that. It's an energy that you put out that it must be returned because you had that contract with somebody in a karmic situation that you did with that person, and you must feel what that was, right? Because if it hurts you in any way, shape, or form, when you hurt, you have to remember when you hurt another person, you're only hurting yourself, no matter what you think. And that energetic energy has to be matched by you, okay? So, for instance, you'll know it's a karmic one if you're in, let's say, a relationship, the same kind, your whole life, you've got these patterns, okay? So let's say your marriage, let's take that for example. Your marriage, and you keep hitting the same ones all the time. You keep hitting the wall with the same kind of situation, okay? You keep marrying the same kind of person, you keep dating the same kind of person, and it's an obstacle, okay? And in order to stop repeating that pattern is forgiveness, okay? And I know people say, well, I can't forgive him or her for that. Look what she did to me, okay? Again, this is not, if you don't forgive, you cannot let the karmic situation null and void, right? You want to stop with that, right? So if you forgive, the forgiveness is mostly for yourself, okay? And we all go through it, especially as starseeds. And so we have to understand that karma is not something that is out to get you, okay? It's something that we pay back, all right? So I'll give you for instance, the obstacles that you hit with a relationship, and you keep saying, I keep getting the same person in my relationship. It doesn't stop coming to a different person, but they keep doing the same thing to me. I don't understand what I'm doing here. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, that is a karmic tie. So when you go to look at that and understand why this is happening to you, you can get past it. And then that karmic tie is null and void, and you feel free. You feel the freedom, you feel the lift from it, and it's no longer on your soul contract, okay? You can stop soul contracts, but then you won't have the feeling of freedom from it, okay? So karmic ones are not that easy, but it's something that we all have to do. And then we come against a soulmate contract, okay? Soulmate is somebody from your soul group. And let's talk about what a soul group is. Let's picture a tree, a family tree, okay? The tree of life with all these different branches on it. And then it's got all the leaves on each branch, right? So out of that tree on a branch is all these leaves. And you're part of that soul group, okay? So those people incarnate with you, okay? And they're there to help you along with your lessons. A lot of soulmate relationships can be in different forms. They can be husband, wife, mother, father, daughter, son, all of those things. And we reincarnate with those people all the time because they teach us something, right? So karmic is to teach you lessons, okay? To learn from the darkness, to learn to know that that's not a good thing, okay? So, and a soulmate one is more on the unconditional loving part, okay? And then we've got a twin flame contract. Okay, that's another thing, okay? So on that same branch, on that leaf is one leaf, and that leaf is split in half, okay? And one soul incarnates in one area and the other incarnates in another. But you are two halves of the same whole, okay? But you still have to be a whole person in order to be with your twin flame, right? So there's a lot of twin flames coming to the planet at this time for the upliftment of humanity, because twin flames really, really uplift humanity if you're both whole people. And a twin flame relationship isn't always romantic, not in the beginning anyway, because you're mirroring each other. So you are healing that other person and that person is healing you, and it's like looking in a mirror. And it's a difficult thing, but it's still a loving thing. And as more and more twin flames are hitting, more and more are whole, because they are lifting up the planet, okay? So thank you very much for that. For a soulmate contract, I'll speak of one personally, which is my daughter, Sylvia Lynn. And she passed away at 23 years old. I think some of you know that, that has listened to me before. And she passed away in a car accident, and I thought I would die, okay? And I was just devastated. I know anybody who has lost a child is devastated with these things, or a husband or a wife, but a child is really different. And when she started to come to me a year later and said to me, "Mom, you have to wake up now. Remember this soul contract that we made? Well, you made all these soul contracts and you said you could do it in this lifetime. And I went through this to make you stronger." And my son said to me, "Mom, I need you to wake up now because I'm still here. And you got to get back to your soul contracts." My son understands everything about it. I talk to him on a daily basis about soul living, okay? And so when I realized and got through it, and I realize now I wouldn't change a thing, and I know that sounds cruel to a lot of people, but it has made me who I am today. I am very strong and capable of things that I didn't think I would ever be capable of. And she is my main guide to the other side. And she's with us here tonight. And she said, "Mom, it's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay." Because this is my first time live. And Prime Creator says, "Okay, Laurie, you've been hidden for a long time." Just like when I first started doing the videos, right? I've been doing this for 34 years, but I've been doing it privately. and one-on-one or small classes. And when they said it's time to go live, oh my gosh, or it's time to go on making videos, I said, what? You want me to what? Again, that's fear, okay? But that fear isn't real. And they know that it's an illusion. And I have to face that illusion in order to free myself, okay? And start to feel free on here talking to you. And being who I truly am authentically will raise me up so much that it enlightens you. Every contract that you go through, okay? And I did meet my twin flame a few times, but it was more to zap me. And it made me very strong and very quick, and it raised me up to a level back to remembrance. Okay, so everything is about remembrance. Remembrance, soul contracts are remembrance to who you truly are. All right? So my daughter's here tonight saying, you're going to be just great, Mom. And I thank her because I wouldn't be able to do this without her. Okay? And it's been difficult. It's been 19 years now she's been gone. And physically. And I'd just like everyone to know out there that whom has lost a child, that they're not gone. Just the physical body is gone. They're always with you. And when I say that, I get all of these souls all around me wanting to talk. Saying, oh, please tell so-and-so I'm here. Please tell so-and-so I'm here. But that's not what this is about tonight. So they're just going to have to back off for a little bit here. But Sylvia, my dear sweet daughter, is here, and she's going to be helping me through this reading as well. So welcome, welcome. All right. To free yourself from learning these lessons, I'm going to go back to this a little bit. Forgiveness is the key. It is the magical formula to free yourself from obstacles. And you want a different relationship? Then start being different for yourself. Okay? Start being the person you want to be in order for that to outwardly come out and bring it to you. Because from within goes without. So if you don't like yourself and you don't have a lot of confidence and you're self-loathing and all of these different kinds of things, and I'm not judging that, I'm just saying if that's what you're going through, then that's the kind of person you're going to attract into your life. But if you totally are confident and love yourself as you are, that's what you're going to come into your life. You know, when you meet a soulmate in the earth plane, after you've been through such a hard time, and then you meet a soulmate that's here to help you along your path for a little while, or maybe the rest of your life, we don't know. You know right away that they're a soulmate because you feel it. The frequency changes. You could be in an awful mood and somebody comes in and says hello to you. I'm so-and-so. You're going to a meeting and all of a sudden this person's there. The whole frequency changes. And you look at them, or you even just speak with them or chat with them. You know that it's something different and something special. And you've earned that. So forgiveness is the key to loving yourself unconditionally. And when you love yourself unconditionally, you bring on a person in your life that loves you unconditionally, that you can see through the eyes. You can see the Creator through their eyes. My first love is Prime Creator. And I'm so grateful that for this lifetime, with all of the star seeds and light workers that are coming up out of the woodwork, with all the disclosures, those are soul contracts, okay? And all of us are here to help raise the planet, the vibrational frequency of the planet, so we don't have to learn from guilt, shame, fear anymore. We don't have to learn from fear anymore. We don't have to learn those anymore if we go to the path of ascension of light, okay? So us as a collective, we're moving the collective into the light so they don't have to learn that way anymore. Okay? Learning from love, unconditional love, is a much far grander way. And I met someone that I feel that way. I've met some people that are just absolutely wonderful that came into my life after such hard times and have helped me through many, many things. So you have to just move on to that path of light, and you will get through all your contracts. If you ever want to speak to me about a soul contract, you know how to get a hold of me. I'm going to be going live every Saturday night now at 7:30 Mountain Standard Time on different topics. If there's a topic you'd like to learn about or talk about, please put it in the description and I will talk about it. Okay? So the forgiveness is the most important thing, because you're forgiving yourself, right? When you think it's all your fault because this person has died and you didn't do this, you didn't do that good enough. There's nothing you could have done. That was a soul contract that they were honoring. And my daughter gave her life so I could be here today to help you understand what unconditional love really means. And it means you love completely with your soul. When you find that true person, it doesn't matter what they look like on the outside, because it's your soul that you fall in love with, and they become more and more beautiful each day. So fall in love with yourself, and that will bring you something just wonderful. Forgiveness and love. Okay? So tonight, I'd like to actually talk about the starseeds and light workers and everybody else that's on this ascension path. So my oracle reading tonight is going to be, where are we as a collective in our soul contracts on the way back to the light? Because as we go to the higher vibration and into the higher realms, where I am so much more comfortable, but what is going on with the collective and their soul contracts? Are some of us, is there many still way beyond this path? Or is there some more on this path? What's going on? Are they coming onto the path? How many are going with us? And what are we doing? So what we're doing as starseeds and light workers is lifting the energy of the planet into a higher vibrational frequency, what we call 5D Earth, but we must go through 4D Earth in order to get to 5D, right? There's be some of us that I could combust, and, I talk with my higher self all the time, and my higher self comes in a lot to aid me on my journey, especially if I'm feeling low. My higher self will just light the fire under me, and away we go. So, but if she is there entirely all the time, I would not be here. I would be back in probably the 8th, 9th, 10th dimensional frequency, because that's where I'm comfortable at. But I am here to assist Mother Earth and all humanity who wishes to not do the lower form contracts anymore, okay? Not learn from pain and suffering. Thank you to the dark, for we wouldn't know if we didn't learn, right? And we had to learn that way in order to remember. It's all about remembrance. You don't forget. It's just remembering who you truly are from the core depth of your soul. And everything is about spiritual evolution. You could have all the money in the world and you wouldn't be happy unless you were evolved enough to be able to share it. Because in the higher realms, we don't need money. We don't need, we can just imagine it'll be there for you. It's freedom. It's great. It's wonderful. So, and it's going to be wonderful for people going into the 4th dimension now, because we have been bogged down by this money thing and leaders. Be your own leader. Anything I say to you, if it doesn't resonate with you, please don't take it on. I'm not here to talk you into anything. I'm just here to help you move along the path. And if I can help, I will. So, fourth D, when we do get the QFS and everything is happening as it is, it's a way for us to come back to feeling abundant, right? So that new system and everything is to feel abundance again. And you'll start to remember more and more and more, because these energies that are hitting the planet are enormous. So when you're feeling low, it's okay. Ask your higher self to come in. When you get into that relationships that you're getting in the same ones all the time and you're feeling stuck because you can't get past it, ask your higher self, what does this have to teach me? Okay? What is this teaching me? And they'll show you a soul contract. I help a lot of people with their soul contracts. So we're going to get on with this oracle reading because it's about everybody. How are we on these soul contracts? Are we moving forward up into the light? Are we learning that we don't want to learn from darkness anymore and we're moving on up? Or some still stuck? What's going on? It's for collective reading, okay? So if it resonates with you, great. All right, let's get started. I'm going to have to take a drink first, though. Oh, boy. All right. Now, I'm going to start with this first deck. As I've spoken before, this deck is my overall deck. So I take one of these cards for the overall reading, but I read it at the end, okay? Because it's obviously going to mean something. So, cleanse and clear the cards, please. Guides, angels, loving masters, prime creator. Can you please give us an overall card reading for this reading tonight about soul contracts? And are we going further up the ladder and leaving the lower soul contracts behind in order to learn from unconditional love instead of others? Well, something wants to come out, so I'm just going to put that in the front and put it aside and get my trusty deck. Cleanse, clear, cleanse, clear. This is the fun part for me. Thank you, Prime Creator, Guides, Angels, Loving Masters. Can you please tell us about all the soul contracts, especially with the star seeds, light workers, popping up from everywhere, helping people on their paths and breathing disclosure? Are we learning from these soul contracts to, come up to higher vibration? How many of us are going up into vibration? And how many are we bringing along? What's going on? Just tell us everything we need to know, higher self. Oh, well, it can't be the whole deck, higher self. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. What do we got here? Oh, my. Okay, we've gone. Angel of soul love. Time to look at how you value yourself and issues of self-love. Okay, some of us, this is in the past position, issues of love and self-love. This is a lot of karmic soul that you need to start loving yourself. This is in the past position though. So past position means is we're getting past this. There's so many of us now popping up and helping all these lower forms that we're starting to love ourselves more and more and more. And that is a wonderful thing. Just wonderful. So that's in the past. So you're going to bring that love right in, and we're going to go into the present moment. And in the present moment, it is angel space clearing, time to clear out the old thoughts and feelings. Okay? So these old thoughts and feelings are removing from you. Okay? All the soul contracts that you needed to do from the lower realms, from third dimensional frequency, are being cleared from you. This may be why you're feeling tired or sluggish or, just not yourself sometimes. And emotions run high, then they run low. But that's just a clearing, okay? And as you clear from this, you start to feel better, higher, rising higher and higher. Your third eye starts to open, okay? The pineal gland starts to be decalcified, and you start remembering who you are. And you're going into higher contracts that you've made, okay? Because the planet is rising, so you're going to rise with it. If you don't rise with it, that's okay too, but you're going to go to another space and time in order to live out what you need to live out, right? Again. And then we have Angel of vision, someone's not revealing part of the story. Trust your feelings over what others say. Okay? So when someone is saying to you something that you don't feel is right, they're asking you, okay, go to your gut. Is this person telling me the truth? Okay? Start looking at the people in your life. If you're going through obstacles and you come against an obstacle, is this person, what does that person make you feel like? Does it make me feel good? Does it make me feel light? Does it make me feel better? Does that person support me? You know, forget their words. Go by your feelings. Most people that are empaths, like myself, can read a person like a book. And if that isn't a good feeling, then it isn't supposed to be in your life, all right? So they're just telling you, be aware. You have your own feelings, and you know what's best for you. So start listening to your intuition, your gut, okay? Your intuition, look at that nice yellow there. That's your power center. They're asking you to look into that power center. Take back your power. When you take back your power, your contracts, old soul contracts that are no longer serving you, will end. And I see that's happening for so many people. And the dove flying over top, meaning you're going higher up by listening to your power and taking your power back from anyone who has tried to take it from you. Don't let that happen. You know, you have to be your whole self before someone else can really love you for who you truly are. You'll know the ones that love you for who you truly are. Okay? So don't stay in something that doesn't make you comfortable. Okay? And we got Goddess of the Unknown. A new chapter in your life is around the corner. Remove the fear and embrace the unknown. Everybody is in such fear of this card because she can't see anything yet. She's covered except her eyes, right? But when you face that fear, she's telling you there's such newness and goodness coming. This goodness is coming. This is a really, really good card. It means embrace yourself, because what's to come is so delicious that you won't be able to savor it enough. You've got such good things coming, okay? By loving yourself in your soul contracts, clearing out the space so you can trust yourself, okay? Trust yourself with this vision of light and let go of what doesn't serve you, okay? The Goddess of the Unknown comes in and she's bringing you many, many gifts, okay? She may be covered, but look at that third eye and look at her eyes piercing out toward you. And it's all about self-love, self-courage, and you will get exactly what you asked for, but you must love yourself to do it. So leave behind those old soul contracts and get on to something new. I'm just going to do a little bit of clarifying here. Cleanse of fear, cleanse of fear. Thank you, thank you, thank you, guides, angels, loving masters. Can you please give me a confirmation card for Angel of Soul Love, please? What can you tell us about Angel of Soul Love? Okay, all right, there's one, there's two. Come on, give us more. All right. Okay, what do we got here? Okay. Divine guidance. Okay, this is good. Number 5. 5's a change for me, okay? So what happens is when you start to really love yourself and your soul, love it, yourself from your soul, and love other people from their soul, everything starts to change. Contracts break. They're automatically gone and you're set free. It will divinely guide you. There's solutions coming, okay? So change is coming. The search for meaning in life. Consider alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers and friends. They're saying, let go of the old. Be divinely guided, okay? For change. And then we have, for the Angel of Space Clearance, time to clear out the no negative thoughts and feelings. We've got the 8th of Michael. Wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. Again, clear it out. This is the ace, okay? So the ace means yes, you are cleansing, you are clearing. Everything from your past that no longer serves you is going out. So you're going to have to come out of your comfort zone in order to have that. And the time is now, okay? So it's going just fine. Now, Angel of Vision, someone's not really part of the story. Okay, so when you don't understand something, go to your gut. And what are you going to ask? Strength again. Major Arcana, number 11. Okay, 11 means it's a master number. Okay, so her strength is a kind of strength that is courageous but silent and inner meaning. Okay, inner self. So trust yourself for what is good for you, not what somebody says. If you those words can be, if they don't mean anything, you'll know. So don't stay in situations that do not serve you anymore. That kind of contract is out. Okay, and it looks like they're showing me 82%. So 82% of the people are coming out of this and going into the light, which is wonderful. And we have a lot of star seeds and light workers for helping this, because even with the disclosures, well, you have to know it in order to get past it, right? Okay, have the strength. You're going to make it through. Okay, and clarifying the goddess of the unknown, a new chapter of your life is around the corner. Remove the fear, embrace the unknown. Knight of Gabriel, all right, time to take action, great passion, a cause, instinctively knowing what to do. Again, you think this is going to be good because she's bringing you everything you ever desired if you follow the divine guidance. You don't need to learn from the lower anymore. You don't need to learn from the darkness anymore. We've gotten rid of the darkness, now we're going back to the light. And we're going to learn from the light. And the Knight of Gabriel says, take action. It's going to be great. All your dreams will come true if you only will love yourself enough to know you don't need to learn from the dark anymore. Thank you very much. But we did learn it. And some people are still learning from it. But we're going to get past it and live from light. And that's what you deserve. Okay? Now, I'm just going to ask a Path of the Soul card. So where is the souls, these souls right now? Thank you, guides, angels, loving masters. Can you please tell us where the collective soul is at with soul contracts and moving forward into the path of light? Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. What are we doing? What are we doing? Okay. Oh, yay! This is breakthrough. This is breakthrough. I love this card. When I get this card for myself. So we're having a breakthrough here. All these lower self contracts, we don't need them. You know, we can learn from unconditional love by just unconditional loving yourself. So a lot of people now are going to get breakthroughs. Okay, I got to read this to you because it's just so fantastic, this card. Number 6. Okay, there's a thin veil which separates us from the other dimensions of existence. You are now energetically breaking through the veil. Yay! You may be experiencing knowing and feeling of other dimensions. The consciousness is moving beyond this third dimensional realm. Yay! See? And when you move beyond the third dimensional realm, you don't need lower contracts to learn from. You don't need them anymore, okay? So let's just move forward. Embrace the moments of clarity and understanding that flow with the greater knowing. As you break through the veil, you're in closer contact with your guides and other divine beings who are here to aid you on your journey. I am so grateful for my guides, angels, loving masters, and I'm grateful for all the ones that incarnated on this earth, because it can be really uncomfortable for us because we are so unconditionally loving people. And one of my contracts was kindness is not a weakness, okay? It's a superpower, but you got to teach it as a superpower. You got to make it a superpower. So they're all having a breakthrough, okay? So what do we get from that breakthrough? I want one more, thank you. Cleanse and clear, cleanse and clear. What do we get from that breakthrough? What do we get from learning from this, the darkness going into the light with all these older soul contracts? What are we going to have this breakthrough? What's going to happen when we have this breakthrough? We're having it right now, they're saying. So what do we get when we have that breakthrough? Oh, this is good. Number 26. I believe this is third eye opening. Yay! Because when you rise into higher realms and move out of the lower realms, your natural instincts come back to you. Your third eye opens and you start seeing and remembering yourself for who you truly are. And all the other stuff just falls away and things fall into place. So we've got a lot of good things to look forward to. Yeah, there's been a lot of disclosure that we have to accept and move past, and a lot of people will. I'm hoping all will. But anyway, so number 26. This is good. That means people are really moving on up. Yes, third eye. The third eye rules the psychic abilities and clairvoyance. Although every human is born with this ability to see beyond the known, it does not mean they always access it. Your intuitive gifts and abilities are very strong. When this card appears, it's because you're ready to move to the next level of development in your intuitive development. And expanding your gifts not only benefits you, but aids those who need your guidance and support, and you can provide from source. And that's exactly what I do. And that's exactly what you people are going to do. This is what's happening. You're getting a breakthrough. Going from this third dimension, you're moving on up. We don't need those anymore. Thank you for your service, darkness, but we're out of here. And we're moving on up. We're getting back our psychic abilities so we can know exactly what to do, what we want, and live from unconditional love. All right. So I do want to get a Prime Creator card. These are my heart Prime Creator cards. Cleanse and clear, cleanse and clear. Can you please tell us, Prime Creator? Thank you. What do you need to tell all the children of the earth, all these sparks of light that have learned from all these soul contracts? What is it that you have to tell them? What would you like to say to them in order to move beyond this point? Okay, this is for some. You may be afraid of letting go of something which no longer serving you. There's a deep sense of duty or guilt, and you feel like you don't have a choice. The reality is that you do. You really do. And ultimately, doing what you know feels right in your heart. Going back to that power center too. For it will be best for all concerned. Sometimes hanging on to somebody or something, some object or person keeps you back. And you know in your own heart that that's what it's doing. So you have to have the courage enough to move forward from it. Okay? And let's have another one. Thank you, Prime Creator. I'm so grateful for all of these. Okay, from your soul's perspective, this life is just a page in a never-ending story, which is true, where you and those around you have played a specific role, and they played good roles. Good, bad, wonderful, ugly roles. All different kinds. This is a world stage, right? We're making a change. Yet remember, the role is not the real you. It's not. You are much more than your personality and your current circumstances. Your true immortal self cannot be defined. Yay. Okay, one more. Thank you. Please, Prime Creator, can you just give us one more? One more. What would you like to say to all of this? Okay, help is on its way. The raging sea will soon obey, and the great light will heal your heart. This is a time for deep, profound, and positive transformation. It is. It's positive. No matter what it looks like right now, it is turning positive. The light is there. But courageous strength and patience are required. You are supported by a sea of love. You're always supported. You're never alone, okay? Just because you can't see them doesn't mean they're not there. They incarnate with you. All your guides and angels, they incarnate with you. And they don't leave you. They go through everything with you. All you got to do is ask them to come in and assist you, all right? Because without your permission, they cannot interfere. That's free will. So just little heart cards here from our guides and angels, and maybe some passed over loved ones. Cleanse and clear, cleanse and clear, cleanse and clear. Thank you. Passed over loved ones and guides, angels, what do you have to say about these old soul contracts? Surrender. That's a big one. Remain positive about the future of our planet. And we have to, because it is going to be awesome for all part of humanity's evolution. It is. There's a divine order to all the chaos in which you perceive in our world. Nothing will ever truly change until we learn to love and accept all that is. Lovingly surrender your judgments and expectations, and your life will magically transform. It has to. If this is what you do, and you start to really love yourself and drop these old contracts, get through them, then everything changes. It has to. It coincides with universal law. This ain't a man-made law. Forget about those man-made laws. You need to really pay attention to the universal law. And the big universal law is unconditional love. That is truly what is real. Okay? The rest is an illusion, but that illusion has taught you. If we come into the planet knowing everything and we don't experience it, I couldn't help you because I'd already know the answers. To go through it and experience it means I can speak from my experience in order to help another. It's hard to help somebody when you don't have never experienced it, right? When somebody comes to you and says, well, I don't know, I've not experienced that. Well, I've experienced a lot of things. And being different is one of them. As a child, you know you're different. And it was very difficult, but I'm sure glad I went through it. So all of the darkness that I've gone through has turned into nothing but light. And I want you all to know that's what's going to happen for you too. Okay? My contract now is get out there. It's been a long time. You need to get out there and start talking about this stuff. Okay? Let's get one more card here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Is there anything from guides, angels, past, over, loved ones? Oh, what do we got here? Okay, yeah. Guilt. You do not need another approval to feel worthy of love, regardless of what you've done or what you think you have failed to do. From your soul's perspective, there's neither right nor wrong. Every experience is there to help you. That's just what we were talking about. Expand your awareness of love so that you may embrace ever greater spheres of wisdom. You've done nothing wrong. It's just there to help you move around out of it. Okay? Move it on up. One more. Thank you. Give us something positive that we can look forward to. All right. Blessings. Love, light, and blessings. Through this card, you're being showered with angelic light. Accept the blessings you're about to come your way and know that all you deserve to be and have is your heart's desire. You're all being lovingly guided along a golden path, a magical journey through which you shall discover your true essence, the infinite and eternal you. Congratulations. Yay! Congratulations to these old contracts. I can't wait to get rid of all of them. I am so magically loving to this new system that we're having. It couldn't be better. Things are going to just get better and better. No matter what you see on the outside of you, let it fall away and stay centered and balanced, coming back to the moment. When you get anxious, because you're looking in the future, pull yourself back. When you get anxious from looking in the past, pull yourself back right into the moment, put your hand over your heart, and come back to the moment and say, I am good enough. I am going to get through this. Your I am presence will help you. And ask for assistance from your guides and angels, your higher self. And it will come to you in ways you never thought it could. Okay? And now we're going to just read that overall card that we picked. Whoa, flexibility. This makes sense. Okay. Life is full of changes and surprises. Your guidance is to move with the current. Yeah? Because if you don't, you get stuck. Right? For it is resisting the flow which creates the problem. Yeah, it does. Your angel will help you open your mind and your heart to new ideas and fresh opinions. When you accept the possibility that there's other ways, previously unseen doorways will be opened and you will move easily through the changes. There's a solution to every problem. So look at things with the eyes of love and expectation. Then life force will flow freely through you. Prime Creator flows freely through you if you allow it, right? And as you come in more into the light, that's what's going to happen. You'll feel healthy and alive and access the necessary resources and wisdom within yourself to help you through the change. Affirmation. Put this on your refrigerator, on your forehead. I am free and flexible. I am free and flexible. Oh, thank you for the little hearts coming up here. There's hearts coming up for me. I'm so grateful. I love hearts. Anyway, so that was the overall reading. And anything you would like to know about soul contracts, any readings that you would like, let me know, because we're going to be doing this every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And I just also want to say such wonderful things to my new subscribers. They're getting more and more each day, and I am so, so grateful to you. The more subscribers I have, the more I'm going to go live. And we're going to do some pretty magical things together. Okay? If there's any questions, just ask. Thank you very much. Never dimming your light for anyone. No one. Remember that. I love you all, and have a happy Saturday evening. Bye for now.